Did you think that we were gonna start the video like this today? No, not today. Well, would you look at that? You're out of the cabinet, temporarily. This is why I don't put my hair down. Feels weird. I forgot a fucking chunk of my hair. New kind of little video we're gonna do. So we're gonna talk about two different things, but let's start with my job that I quit a few months ago or something like that, not too long ago. But in case some of you don't know, I recently left the restaurant that I was working at to go full-time on my own stuff. And by my own stuff, I mean this, as in YouTube, and many other things that I'm working on right now, which are hush hush. Also, of course, you know, merch, we've talked about that. What does it feel like to have quit your job and basically be building this thing? I mean, it feels good. It's like bittersweet, you know? It's a bittersweet feeling. The bitter part is starting to fade away. For the most part, you know, I miss it to an extent. You know, at the same time, it also feels like it's for the greater good kind of thing. You know, I've been doing this kind of stuff and wanting to build my own thing for so long, and I have been since I was like 16. It feels, honestly, it feels like just the beginning. That's the best way I could describe it, is it feels like I'm just starting. As crazy as that sounds, I've spent a very long time getting good at cooking, and I was lucky enough to start very young. I started cooking when I was like 6. My sole focus is always just to get better and better and learn as much as possible, if not, you know, everything that I can. And so, you know, 6 to 23, I'm 23 now, so 6 to 23, although I'm young, that's a lot of years of just constant practice and focus. More focus starting around age 10, but you get the point. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it feels like I'm just starting because I've spent all of this time building all these skills and then working at restaurants, and now it's gotten to the point where now that I'm fully on my own, it feels like, okay, now it's begun. Now we're gonna go. I get comments all the time of people that are like, you know, looking out for me. They're trying to be nice, but they're saying things like, you know, oh, you know, don't work yourself into the ground, blah, blah, blah. I don't operate like that. I operate my best when I'm working. I'm happier when I'm working than when I'm not. I'm just how I am. I know myself really well. And I think that that's kind of the key. There is no other feeling in the world that is comparable to quitting your job to build something that you can call your own, that sustains you, that you love to do. And honestly, as good as it feels, I am just, above all, just eternally grateful for all of you that support me and watch these videos. The answer is just, you never know what's gonna happen. You just gotta put yourself out there and put in all the work without knowing, and that's it. You know, I'm very grateful, and I just want you guys to know that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what other thing I could say about how it feels to quit your job. It feels good. It feels good. I asked you guys to send your questions to me on Twitter and Instagram, and I got a whole long list, so I'm gonna answer as many of them as I can here. But if all goes well, maybe we'll do another one of these. If I don't answer your question, maybe we'll do another one. So let's begin. My Wi-Fi is just having a grand time right now. Perfect timing, brother. Here's a good one. This one comes from Doddle Watterson. How did you find out that you wanted to be a cook? Honestly, it's much more straightforward than you would think. You just do it. I did it, and I liked it, and I did a lot of other things, and I didn't like those as much as I like this. I played games competitively. I've done photography stuff. I thought about doing graphic designing and all this other stuff. I just started really early, just tasting a lot of different things. I just knew that cooking was what it was gonna be. My mom was the real one who showed it to me. My family is a cook-based family, so. This one's from BTK Shake. What kind of expensive chef knife would you recommend to a beginner home cook, knife enthusiast, about to go out and buy their first ever proper cooking knife, like a wow, this is a very long question. Love how thorough you are, I am too. This question I would like to answer, and I'm going to, in another video, because I'm doing a video on chef knives coming soon. And I know that that's probably the worst answer you could have gotten, but that's what I'm gonna give you. This one's from Jay Bones. So he asked, if you didn't go into cooking as a career, what would have been your second choice for career path? Love your vids, by the way, thank you. My first pick would probably be music. Been playing music almost as long as I've been cooking, but not nearly as much. This is perfect. The question right after that by B. Ghoul is, so is there any specific music you like to listen to while you cook, work, or edit videos, or just enjoy the ambiance of the kitchen? That's so funny. It's literally right after the other question. Yeah, I mean, when I'm editing videos, there's no music. I mean, it's impossible to edit a video while listening to music, because then I've got the background music and the video playing and then music over here, and it's not fun. It just depends on the mood and what I'm doing. If I'm cooking and I'm going hard, probably gonna be listening to some form of rap, just something. Would be like J. Cole. I used to listen to Kendrick a lot, haven't listened to him in a while. Big Sean, Chance the Rapper. And then I also like to listen to lo-fi and stuff like that, the kind of music that you guys see in my videos. What are some of the best places in Austin to get produce? Honestly, obviously I'm gonna say go to a local farm, go to the farmer's market. That's always gonna be the best produce no matter where you are. With that said, Austin-based places I actually love. And for people that aren't in Austin, I'm sorry, but I love Central Market. They always have what I want. They have special stuff, and their produce to me is the most extensive out of any other grocery store you're gonna go to. So we'll do a couple more from Instagram. Liam S. Are the aprons also gonna ship to West Europe? And if so, could you try to make shipping cheaper than the apron? Honestly, I have no idea what it's gonna cost to do that. I do wanna get stuff shipped to Europe and infinity and beyond. I may launch this stuff and then we might not offer shipping for that until a little bit later. That's the best answer I can give you because I just don't know what it's gonna cost yet. So this question's from Ian on Instagram, and he asks, what milestones do you remember hitting where you thought, man, I'm a better chef than I was before? Well, for one, I try not to call myself a chef often. I really think that term should be reserved for specifically the person who is the chief of a restaurant. Anyway, not to disregard your question. So I really feel like I felt that really hard was actually at the restaurant that I just left, when I felt like I had truly earned the respect of just about everybody in the kitchen. And I put up a special on the menu, but I had like my 1-year review and they were telling me how good I was doing, and it was just, hearing all this good feedback and just earning that respect, it just proved to me things that I already believed in myself. It was just verification of that. Sarah Rovniak, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, I'm sorry. Are all of your recipes totally original, or do you at least get a base from other chefs that I enjoy? Some recipes are totally original, some of them require a lot of research, and I write down a base recipe, and I test it, and I research other recipes, and I test it, and I research, and I test it, and I research. So it depends on what it is. If it's something that I have a ton of experience with, sometimes I'll literally just write up a recipe and then do it and film it in the same day. I know that there are some people that think that Brad, Leone, and I are like connecting somehow, but the thing is we're both using the same material of reference, which is the Noma Guide to Fermentation. So I did a fruit fermentation thing, he did a fruit fermentation thing. A lot of recipes are derived from the same style of techniques, and therefore recipes can end up being similar. But if I had to make one dish for Gordon Ramsay, and if he didn't like it, I'd die. Wait, I don't know if I want to answer this. What's my go-to dish? I mean, Jesus, that's heavy. I would, honestly, if it had to do with me dying if he didn't like it, I probably would play it safe. Just gonna be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna try and make something that's never been made before. I don't know, I probably would go with like just a steak. A steak and like a really nice, like thick with 18 C's ribeye. Sear it on both sides and then finish it in the oven, baste it in butter and like a potato puree or something really easy that I know that I would never screw up and is easy for me to make perfect. We're gonna stop with the questions for now. I don't want to answer too many and make this video like 45 hours long. So yeah, new style of video. I really hope that you guys take this in a good way. I hope that you enjoy this video. I just want to provide more insight. I feel like I'm always answering individual messages because I spend hours daily responding to people. It's getting to the point where I keep seeing the same questions coming in over and over, and I want to be able to kind of just get it all out so that everybody can see it instead of having to answer it over and over. Just trying to be efficient. But that's about it for today. I've got a big long list of things that I'm doing this month video-wise, and I'm very excited to share them with you guys. Beer, a knife video, all the stuff that people have been requesting, it's coming. I'm pushing it as fast as I can. I'm only one guy right now, right? I'm gonna hire somebody soon. But for the meantime, it's just me. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. This is where I would close the cabinet and it would be like, and it would go to black, but There's nothing here. You're out of the cabinet. You could run off. You could just run. You're free to go. But the thing is, you want to stay. You don't want to run off. Because if you run off, there's danger out there. You know, you're safe in the cabinet. You're safe in the cabinet. This is getting weird. Goodbye. This is weird. I don't know.